I'm a geek on the track, bitch. EBK, I'ma leave it like that. Everything that I ain't giving no dap. If you ride it with him, then you getting tired.
Gang, and no, I can't go like rah-rah. 2 shots in me, you know he went baba. Outside, I was throwing my knocker. Cab got switched, they died in the dollars.
We smoking dead people. That's Benji, Yui, and Diddy.
The question of the day is the Bronx drill wave over? Well, do you remember a couple years ago when Brooklyn had the ball and passed it over to the Bronx? Well, basically this same loop is happening all over again, but this time the Bronx is passing the ball over to Manhattan. Brooklyn and the Bronx suffered the same problem in both of their drill scenes, with all the rappers getting locked up, died, or just completely fell off the map. Rappers like K-Flock, D-Thing, Sha-E-K, and a couple of others had the Bronx on lock, with K-Flock even being in the discussion of being the king of New York. But nowadays, the same rappers that were just carrying a couple of years ago are now facing heavy sentences, or their music just does not hit the same anymore. Is it possible for Bronx drill to be revived? This is one of the many questions New York drill fans have, and to be honest, a couple months ago the Bronx drill scene was completely doomed. All the fire rappers locked up had no sign of coming out anytime soon. Most new rappers were just straight up trash. The rappers that been out were stealing other people's flow, and the overall expectations for new Bronx tracks were at an all-time low. But a little glimpse of hope emerged when D-Thing was set to come home no later than 2024 and earliest November 2023. Most drill fans assumed this was guaranteed, that he would be coming home in November, but this would soon be shut down when he was denied parole. One thing that has basically kept Bronx drill alive, even New York drill in general, is the Instagram pages, TikTokers, and the drill tubers, especially the Instagram pages, because without them bringing daily news, there's no chance Bronx drill would still be as lit as it is right now. TikTokers and drill tubers play a huge role also because TikTok generates the new fans, and the drill tubers make people want to learn more about New York drill. Since times aren't as simple as it was a couple years ago, there's millions of more rappers, and the wrong ones are getting the most amount of attention. A couple years ago, the ones that were the most lit were some of the most talented. Nowadays, people be going viral for having bummy-ass music, which ultimately brought down the Bronx drill fanbase. There are still tons of fire Bronx drill rappers, but like I said, the wrong ones have the attention right now. If had to be honest, the beginning of the year wasn't even that bad. Dougie B seemed to start getting back into it. Sha-E-K in some people's eyes had the song of the year with Buddy Love. Kenzo Bala of course performing, but look at them now. Dougie B dropped a couple songs, but hasn't done much after that. Sha-E-K hasn't been dropping fire, and Kenzo Bala music hasn't been hitting the same. Those are only a couple of examples, and it is much worse overall for the Bronx. Round this time, Manhattan drill was on the rise, not just including Harlem, but other sections like Upper West Side, with the sweepers being the face. Harlem drill has been on the map for some time now, but it was about time for other parts of Manhattan to start going up. I remember a streamer/YouTuber saying something about this wave before the sweepers blew up, and it was a pretty good prediction because who expected Upper West Side to blow up in the drill scene? Anyways, the sweepers and OY would be the forefront of Manhattan drill, with the sweepers starting a brand new wave. It would only take a couple listens to realize the difference between the sweepers beats and the original Bronx beats. With the very noticeable fall off the Bronx was suffering, the drill rappers decided to jack the sweepers' flow and style of rapping, making them fall victim of being stolen from. Rappers like TG Flocko would have a hit song just from reusing a sweeper beat and dissing them on it. Keep in mind, one of the original reasons Bronx drill blew up in the first place was because of the disses versus responses, so this was perfect for the sweepers to blow up since they are dissing everyone. Duty Low was dropping fire and Bloody started rapping, the kid who was always in the DOA and OG's music videos before the beef. This was almost perfect for OY alongside the disses versus responses with the sweepers. Another rapper would pop up who would blow up almost instantly. This rapper would be named M. Rowe, who would be associated with MCF and the OYs. His first song he dropped is currently be sitting at 3.3 million views, and which would make a huge name for himself. Over the next few months, J5, Duty Low, and Nas GPG would get locked up, with Duty and J5 getting locked for gun-related charges, while Nas is locked for attempted murder. S.Go would also later get locked for attempt murder, and it basically looked like it was over. 3 sweepers and the best current OY rapper are all locked up. Manhattan drill almost went through what the Bronx did in just a couple months, but luckily a couple weeks later all three of the sweepers were magically released from jail. They would drop an album and a couple more fire tracks, but it started to get repetitive with J5 being the only one that doesn't sound the same every track. Bloody has also been sounding the same recently and it's starting to get repetitive. Luckily fans have been finding a lot of old and unreleased sweeper music which would hopefully keep the fans busy while they work on some new heat. There is a new drill genre emerging in Harlem with it being called Afro drill, with the forefront being Bobby Two Tact. Almost all the samples of the beats come from popular African songs hinting the name Afro drill. There's already videos being created on the new scene, but overall it's still new and growing each day. This would basically be the end of how the Bronx drill scene fell off and the Manhattan drill scene rose. We went from fire tracks all 2021 and 2022 to straight ass in 2023 with a semi-brand new drill scene emerging.